right, that tells the X in the wing, the W stands for the wing, to go to the right side of the formation, and then Z's always away. If we were to go left, then they would just flip-flop. So basically, that's a standard formation for us. And the play we're going to talk about is right, which is the X, 51 pogo. Pogo is kind of funny. It means post and a go. It's just a short word for us that we use instead of a lot of football teams use numbers like 867 for routes, and that's typical for college and NFL. But for us, we kind of use code names for our plays. The only thing that we want to explain to make sure for the fans is that the wing is in high motion. And Antoine will kind of explain that. But when he says ready, ready, that tells the wing he needs to start running, and he can attack the line as fast as he can. What's really difficult and different in arena football is the fact that when he starts running, it's Antoine's job to make sure they snap the ball on time. It's not so much the receiver watching the ball timing it up. But that's our play, right? 51 pogo, and I'm going to turn it over to the guy who has to read it. So.
All right, so this is one of our favorite plays that we like to run in all tough situations, and we have a right 51 pogo. And here, what we have here is our wing, which is going to be John Harris. His responsibility is to get in motion and then come on down full speed, and as he gets to the line, I would snap the ball, and he has the post route. His job is to get on the safety's feet, which is basically mean run fast as he can until he can get about 2 yards within the safety. And his objective is to run a post route in front of the safety across the field. From there, we have our X receiver. His responsibility is to run the go route. He has to outside release this cornerback, get outside of him, and run a go route down the wall.
Explain kind of real quick what outside release means, so they understand.
Outside release is we're going to have a defensive back. If the coach is the defender, I'm the receiver, there's going to be a wall here. Outside release is he wants to go outside of the coach and stay between the defender and the wall.
Okay.
And our last option is going to be our Z receiver. His route is going to be a 15-yard in route. He's going to release inside of the defensive back right here, and he has to break at 15 yards across the field looking for the ball.
When we're throwing this route, just for them to know, who are you looking for first? So you're underneath the center. As soon as you say ready, ready, we go through our cadence, go set hut. As soon as you take that first step and you drop back, what's the first thing you're looking at? So when they're sitting in the stands, they're watching the same thing.
Now, at the snap of the ball, the first thing a quarterback's going to do in the arena is you're going to find your high motion receiver, the receiver that's in motion, because he has the advantage. He's already running full speed. So since I know my receiver, which is going to be John Harris.
And that's number one.
He's going to be wearing number one. He probably runs the best post route in arena football. He has a post. So from the snap of the ball, my first objective is to find the backside cornerback, because his responsibility is if they're in man-to-man, he has to cover my Z receiver. And if there's man-to-man coverage, I know that I'm going to be throwing the ball to John one-on-one on that safety. Now, in the arena, there is the zone concept. If they're in the zone concept, that's the reason why I'm going to find this cornerback, because if he falls back into a zone, then I know that I cannot throw the ball to John. There's the potential of the cornerback falling off and intercepting the pass. And if there's a zone coverage, then my next read would be the go route to the dig route.
So basically, going into the season, going into a pogo route, Antoine's looking at the corner from the get-go. And that's basically a right 51 pogo, and that's our key play. We'll run it out of a lot of different formations. One of the things that me and Antoine have practiced this year is running the same play out of multiple formations. And it looks like different. We just, in our league, we call it window dressing. So that's pretty good. And, me and him have a little camaraderie on the field. When we get stuck sometimes and figure out what to call, he'll just go pogo, 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 and we run it. So it's a great play for us, and it's a winner. So.
Well, guys, I'd like to thank you for breaking that down and help our fans understand it a little better. So when you come down to the game, you know what to look for. You can read the same things Antoine does. And, folks, we look to see you out there tomorrow wearing your blue, taking on the Richmond Raiders. We have a great event in store for you. We have a big turnout expected, so we want you to be part of it. Come out and roar, Lions, roar.
Roar.
There's a lot to consider when looking at colleges. Focusing on what's important to you makes finding the right fit easier. Colleges offer programs to serve different needs and goals. You can learn a lot online. Nothing beats visiting in person. A sound education and career are your responsibility. Learn what to look for. Columbus State University is a great place to start. Visit online and reserve a campus tour. CSU just might become your first choice.
Duke, what are you doing?
I'm yo-yoing.
Why?
Because you said you've always liked to help people who yo-yo.
Honey, I mean people who yo-yo with their weight.
Oh.
I truly understand yo-yo dieting. I've lost 50 pounds 5 times and I swore I'd never gain it back, but sure enough I did. If you struggle with your weight or if you've ever yo-yoed, let Georgia Bariatrics help you.
I can stop your yo-yo. I'm just not sure about his.
You're watching Duke and the Coach.
Welcome to Learn Your Lion, where we like to take a few minutes out with one of our special lions and get to know them a little better. And today with us, we have Pat Lang. Pat, welcome to the show.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
Well, it's great to have you here in Columbus and on the team, and we're excited about this season with opening game tomorrow against the Richmond Raiders. We're looking for a great season, so welcome
Yes,
on board.
sir. Thank
Tell
you.
us a little bit about yourself. Where are you from?
My name is Pat Lang. They call me Paki. And I'm from American Samoa. It's a small island in the South Pacific. And we love to play football.
So, you know, I'm not an expert on geography or sociology, but it's an island in the South Pacific,
Yes,
like
sir.
near Hawaii or New Zealand
It's like
or
in between Hawaii and Australia.
Australia. Wasn't
sir.
it originally part of New Zealand, though? Or no?
No,
No, okay.
I don't think so.
All right, maybe not. Okay, maybe not. Or maybe I'm going too far back in history. I don't know. I'll have to check that out. But anyway, tell us a little bit about yourself. You were born there. I got to ask you about the beads. Are they? Is that part of like a Samoan culture
This is
or something?
part
or?
of our traditional wear. They're called kukui nuts, and we usually wear for protection and peace, and gives us strength, and gives us to keep fighting, and always remember that.
Well, that's great. I like those local traditions and cultures. I'm glad to see you carry that with you, and it means
sir.
something to you, I'm sure. Well, welcome to Columbus. How's it going so far?
It's going great. I mean, I love to be here. It's great getting to know Coach Gibson, you know, and coming
gotta
out here.
say that,
It's
though, right?
all the way out here in Columbus, you know, it came a long way. So
He sent me a text message back in maybe December or November, and he said, "Coach, I'm going home.
yeah,
I can only use emails. There's no phones." I'm like, "Where are you going?" I thought he was from California. I had no idea.
Now, I understand when you came to Columbus, there was a little surprise here for you, something you didn't know. Tell us a little bit about that.
yes, when I came out here, I thought I wasn't gonna have no fans out there, but all of a sudden I ran into this family at Golden Corral when we were eating, and supposedly they go to the same church as my family, and so they let them know, and then I got their number, and so I got family out here. Their name's One and Pule, the Malaki and Aumavaya family. So it's good to have Samoan family out here, especially coming all the way from an island, and it feels great to be out there with them. And
That's
I
great.
know they're excited to come out and watch the Lions play.
Well, that's great. We look forward to having, but you come all this way and you run into, you know, some
Yeah,
family.
it's-
That's
it's crazy.
fantastic. That's
Yeah.
fantastic. So tell us something about yourself. What's your favorite movie?
Favorite movie?
Well, they have movies out there, right?
Yeah, we watch movies, man. We're not that bad.
VHS.
No, I don't, you know, thanks for letting us joke about your country.
No
you know.
problem.
Yeah.
So far, my favorite movie I've watched, and it's Big Hero 6.
Okay. I've never seen it.
It's just
myself,
because
though.
I watched it with my nieces and my nephew, and it was a great movie, I thought. Baymax, he was cool.
All right, good. Well, what do you? What about? Do you have any tattoos?
No, sir.
Okay,
No.
that's unusual nowadays, but that's okay.
My dad actually told me that he doesn't want us getting tattoos because he was in the Marine, and he said the only kind of tattoos we can get is the traditional one, which is called the Songai Miti, and they actually do it the old school way where they hit it with the stick. So
that doesn't sound like fun.
Yeah, I don't know about doing all that. So
What's your degree in?
I got a degree in business from Missouri S&T.
So when all this is said and done, and then you help the Lions win the championship, and
Yes,
we can
sir.
hold the ring up, what's the goals afterwards?
I want to go back home to American Samoa and open up a business there and give back to the community and help out the young players there. You know, introduce them to football and just exposing them because we have great talent there, great players, a lot of good guys out there.
You know, when we talked and we recruited him, our major issue this year was center. That's one of the positions that we were trying to upgrade going into the season. And so when I got the phone call, and I talked to my player personnel, Coach Banner, and he said, "I got Pat Lang," and I just heard Pat Lang. And then when I started telling him, I was like, what, he's Samoan? He's a center? Get him, sign him, let's get him.
So you play center, so that means you go up usually against the other teams, one of the biggest guys, the nose guard, or, whoever.
Yes,
how do you find that? How did you end up in that spot?
It's tough. Being at center is a funny story. I actually, in high school, I just started playing my sophomore year, and I went out to try for fullback. I went out fullback, thought I wanted to hit guys, and the head coach, he told me, when he saw me running, he said, man, you're too slow. He said, so he kicked me. He said, get out of here, go to O-line. So ever since he put me at O-line, put me at center, I started loving it, giving punches and putting guys to the ground, getting pancakes and putting a little syrup on there.
Well, I like that attitude. All right, that's coach. That's the attitude we want. Well,
I'm going to put syrup in his locker. Okay.
Well, we want to see some of that tomorrow when the Columbus Lions take on the Richmond Raiders.
Oh,
and
I'm
fans,
excited to take them on.
We're going to have a big turnout, lots of fans. We want to have the team to have a great game. We want all of our fans to wear blue. It is a blue out. So if you have any blue in your wardrobe closet, bring it out tomorrow to the Civic Center, otherwise known as the Jungle. Cheer the Lions on to victory. And I'll tell you what, let's give a big Lions roar, but why don't we get everybody to come out here and we'll do a big Lions roar. Okay, on 1, 2, 3, I'm going to say roar Lions. Everybody else say roar. Ready? Roar Lions. Roar!